Good evening and welcome to India Now with me, Avan Dabash. And in the second biggest GST tweak since its implementation last year, the government has pruned the 28% slab by slashing rates on nearly 100 products, including daily appliances like refrigerators and washing machines. The GST Council also cut the GST on sanitary pads to zero from the existing 12%. The big GST reboot, which is likely to cost the government 6,300 crores, saw a mixed response from domestic manufacturers. Let's listen in to some of the players talking about the impact of the rate rationalization on their respective sectors.
I don't think there is a need for an anti-dumping duty also, because as Indian manufacturer, we are able to compete through our own developed products. What we need is the scale. If the government can help the market to grow, then it will be very easily possible for us to become globally competitive. So this is all my request is the government should focus on helping the market to grow in India. Air conditioners is a necessity today, so therefore they should focus on how we can grow the market. The technology is not a big thing for us at all. It is the scale which will make us competitive or make the Indian industry competitive.
Great news for the sector, because our sector is highly, unorganized, and 80 to 90% of the industry is, in an unorganized sector. As a result of which, the organized sector had to pay a lot of, tax rate, which is higher than the normal, and as a result, the competitive edge was not there. I think it's a great news, and the whole industry, on behalf of the council, I would like to thank, the finance minister for this great, relief given to the industry. The imports from China are growing rapidly, so we have also requested the government to put some anti-dumping duty that will hit, the imports and discourage the imports and will promote Make in India.
So clearly, the industry seems to be by and large cheering the move. And after that massive rate cut on white goods in the last GST Council meet, the government may consider actually hiking the import duty on goods like TVs and refrigerators in order to create a level playing field for domestic manufacturers. My colleague Rituparna Nath joins in for more. Rituparna, why is the government planning to hike the import duty just on the heels of this GST rate revision?
After the GST Council reduced rates on white goods from 28% to 18%, now we are given to understand from sources the government is mulling increasing import duty and the basic customs duty on these white electronic goods and shoes for which they have reduced GST. Because now the GST has been reduced, the selling price of these articles is going to come down, which will of course affect the domestic manufacturers here. So to help them, beat against competitors from the international market, the government is mulling to hike basic customs duty and the import duty. Now there's also a possibility, now that selling prices are coming down, there's also a possibility of goods flooding the Indian market from countries like China, etc. So there might also be a, considering all of that, there might be a possibility of suggesting some mulling safeguard duty and anti-dumping duty as well. But as of now, the government is planning to impose import duty on these products to safeguard the Indian industry, the traders here, and it will also be helping them in ease of doing their business, and also will be a boost for Make in India initiative. Remember, India has the largest leather market, so that will also be a boost for leather industry, footwears from that as well. And all of this is being mulled by the government as of now. And also, hiking import duty not only puts Indian manufacturers gives them an advantage, but also helps them generate more jobs. So this is something that has been that is being mulled, and also the finance minister had asserted the industry that since GST rates are coming down, the selling prices will be coming down. He will ensure that the domestic manufacturers do not face any problems and they are able to compete properly with international markets. So we'll have to wait and watch, and we can soon expect import duty coming up on some being hiked on some of these electronic goods and leather products as well.
Many thanks, Ritu, for giving us all of those details. So clearly that's going to be some news that's on the anvil with an import rate hike.